a story of true inspiration. Life is a strange journey, friends. Sometimes we think that saying yes is love. Saying yes is goodness. Saying yes is maintaining relationships. But have you ever considered that saying no is just as important? Today, I'm going to tell you the story of a girl who spent her entire life saying yes to everyone. And then one day, she realized the power of saying no. This is Mira's story. Mira was a girl from an ordinary middle-class family. 28 years old, living in a small town. Her smile was so sweet that people were happy to see her. But Mira always harbored a fear. The fear of saying no. Her father would say, "Son, helping people is a good thing." Her mother would say, "Daughter, maintaining relationships requires a little compromise." And Mira just listened. She kept agreeing and kept saying yes. At work, her colleagues would give her extra work, but she would remain silent. Friends would ask her for money on loan. She would give it. Relatives would stay at her house for months. She would keep smiling. And slowly, Mira began to lose herself. One day, Mira's boss called her to the office. "Boss, Mira, you have to submit this report by tomorrow morning. And yes, you have to come to the office even on the weekend." A voice in Mira's mind said, "Say no, Mira. Your sister's wedding is next week. You should stay home." But what came out of her mouth was, "Mira, yes, it's okay, ma'am." That night, when Mira got home, her mother said, "Daughter, your aunt called. She was asking you to talk to your boss about her son's job." Mira thought, "What about me? I'm already worried." But then again, Mira, "Okay, Mom, I'll talk to him." And then that night, something broke. Mira sat in her room and started crying. She felt as if she had lost herself somewhere. She had lost her identity. She had become a mere yes machine. The next day, on her way to the office, Mira stopped at a bus stop. An elderly woman was sitting there. She was very calm. There was a strange depth in her eyes. The elderly woman, "Daughter, you look worried." "Mira, how do you know?" The elderly woman, "Because I see the same tiredness in your eyes that I once saw in mine." Mira remained silent, and then the woman spoke. The elderly woman, "Daughter, do you know that saying no is also love?" "Mira, saying no is love." The elderly woman, "Yes, daughter. If you don't take care of yourself, how will you take care of others? If you lose yourself, what will you give to others? Saying no doesn't mean you're bad. Saying no means you value yourself." That thought struck deep into Mira's heart. The same thing happened again at the office the next day. Colleague, "Hey Mira, please complete this file for me. Please." Narrator. Mira took a deep breath. "Mira. No." Colleague. "What? Mira?" I said no. "I have my own work. I'm sorry." That day, for the first time, Mira felt the relief of saying no. She felt as if she had lifted a burden from herself. Gradually, Mira began to learn. She learned that saying no wasn't rejecting someone. Saying no was respecting herself. When her aunt called again, Mira said, "Mira, Auntie, I can't help this time, but I can give you some other suggestions." When her friend asked for money, she said, "Mira, brother, I love you, but I also have my own needs. Please forgive me this time." Narrator. And the most important thing she told her boss, "Mira, ma'am, I can't come over for the weekend. It's my sister's wedding. I'll finish everything on Monday." And you know what happened? Her boss smiled and said, "Boss, okay, Mira. You go. Family is important." Mira understood that people only take advantage of you if you give them the opportunity. Friends, Mira's life changed. She learned that saying no isn't selfish. Saying no is important. Saying no is loving yourself. Today, Mira is happy. She lives her life according to her own will. She helps only those who truly need it. And most importantly, she has found herself again. So, friends, What do we learn from today's story? It's that saying no isn't a crime. Saying no isn't a weakness. Saying no is a strength. If you always say yes, one day you will lose yourself. But if you learn to say no at the right time and in the right way, you'll not only save yourself, but also teach others what respect is. Remember, those who truly love you will understand your no, and those who don't, perhaps they don't need to be in your life. So, starting today, make a promise to yourself. Say no when necessary, without fear, without shame, without bowing down, because the power of saying no is the power that gives you back your true life. If you liked this story, please like, share it, and tell us in the comments, have you ever said no to anyone? See you in the next story. Until then, be happy, keep smiling, and yes, never forget to love yourself.